America's streets are burning again, and tonight the epicenter is Minneapolis. This is not a protest anymore, this is not anger alone. It is rage spilling onto the streets. You're watching TimesXP. My name is Three. It all started with a single gunshot, a moment, one decision, and one life lost. On Wednesday in South Minneapolis, 37-year-old Renee Nicole Good was shot dead during a federal operation involving U.S. Immigration and Custom Enforcement (ICE), an American citizen killed by a federal agent. And from that moment, the city it snapped. By nightfall, Minneapolis it had transformed. Hundreds of the people they flooded the streets near East 34th Street and Portland Avenue. Young, old, families, activists, everybody, they came with one emotion: fury. They shouted at the police. They shouted at federal government. They shouted at a system that they say no longer protects them. Shame on you. The chant echoed again and again, bouncing off buildings, cutting through the cold air, and then the anger turned physical. Snowballs were hurled at police vehicles. Barricades went up. Squads of heavy armed officers they moved in, guarding the crime scene like a military zone. Flashing lights, sirens screaming, helmets, shields, batons. Witnesses say that it didn't feel like America anymore. It felt like a war zone, and as the crowd swelled, the tensions exploded. Police lines tightened, orders were shouted, protesters pushed forward. Arguments turned into confrontations, confrontations turned into arrest. And then came the image that shook the entire world. The US flag set on fire, burning openly in Minneapolis street. A powerful symbol, a dangerous signal. This was no longer about one incident. It was about ICE. It was about federal power, about immigration enforcement spilling into local neighborhoods. Protesters accused ICE of acting like an occupying force, of operating without accountability, of bringing deadly force into civilian streets. And in the meantime, authorities struggled to regain control. More riot police, they were deployed, more streets were sealed off, more arrests were made. But the anger, it did not fade at all. Well, Minnesota has been here before. Do you remember George Floyd? National outrage, promises of reform? Tonight, those memories, they came rushing back. People asked the same question again, louder this time though. How many more? How many names? How many funerals? As midnight approached, the standoff continued, police holding the line, protesters refusing to leave now. A city caught between grief and fury, and hovering over it all, a deeper fear. If a federal operation can end like this, if trust has collapsed this completely, what will happen next? Because when flags burn, when streets turn into battleground, and when citizens feel hunted instead of protected, that is when a nation starts talking to itself in flames. And Minneapolis tonight, it is sending a message America cannot ignore.